Hello and welcome back to AdaPulse, the Catalyst funded news channel. It's keeping you up to date with everything Cardano. And today we've got another educational piece as we discuss the importance of record keeping. Now, this is by one of our newer writers to AdaPulse, LatinStakePools, which, as you guess, he's a stake pool owner in his own right. Now, it is worth checking out the full article online because, as usual, I'm going to sum it up and dumb it down. And with that, do remember to click the like button, hit subscribe and get the bell button just so you get notified as soon as we publish a video. Now, I am Josh from LatinStakePool, your presenter for AdaPulse for today. Let's just chat about record keeping, shall we? Now, record keeping involves organising and storing documents for companies and organisations. So, while companies have got to reply with regulations, governments, on the other hand, often lack that kind of similar enforcement. Now, just think of Boris Johnson and Partygate, for instance. But now, in a democracy, citizens trust that institutions are going to use their taxes to provide the necessary services. But when citizens don't know how their taxes are used, trust then often erodes and the social contract kind of weakens. Now, transparency is crucial for citizens to trust their democratic institutions. Like Scandinavian countries like Denmark, Finland, Sweden, Norway are known for the Nordic model and prioritize transparency and have a low perceived sort of level of corruption. Now, industrialized European nations like Switzerland, Netherlands, Germany, and the huge powerhouse country of Luxembourg, which adopted welfare systems after World War II, also emphasized transparency to rebuild society. Now, New Zealand and Singapore, despite not being European, also rank highly in least perceived corruption due to their, development and governance. Rules for thee, but not for me. Now, in today's world, private citizens lack privacy as their actions are sort of monitored and analyzed by, security services and sort of companies, corporations, and while this is happening, public servants enjoy high levels of secrecy. Now, when caught out, though, they often receive quite lenient punishments, if you compare that to normal people. Now, blockchain technology offers a solution to rebuild trust in democratic institutions. So it provides a decentralized network that verifies and stores transactions in an immutable ledger. So immutable being it can't be changed or altered or destroyed. However, obviously the establishment opposes this due to its kind of disruptive potential. Now, government regulations against money laundering have expanded over the years. That's pretty clear. But they do kind of have limited impact on the real culprits. And when I say real culprits, we're talking the major banks that are involved in illegal activities. But these banks, when they get caught, they face kind of small fines anyway. So you could argue that's kind of revealing their collusion, with government. So blockchain, threatens their practice because it enables transparent and traceable transactions. So the alliance between the shady actors and those in power, explain their opposition to blockchain technology. A tool for direct democracy. Now, blockchain technology has the potential to enhance direct democracy worldwide by providing, transparency and trust in institutions. So currently, Switzerland is the only country with direct democracy where citizens, often participate in referendums. Now, transparency is essential for democratic trust, and public blockchains can offer unprecedented transparency. Imagine recording budgets, decisions, and votes on a decentralized ledger forever, because remember, it's immutable. So this would revolutionize democratic societies and enable learning from past mistakes. So people, yourself as a citizen, could look up stuff that's been going on in your parliament or Congress or whatever your sort of political system is. Now, implementing decentralized SSIs or self-sovereign identities, globally, like Atala Prism, powered by blockchain, is, probably crucial for direct democracy. Now, SSI allows citizens to own and control their own data securely. So with verified SSIs, blockchain-based voting can be safe, efficient, and natural for, ordinary people. Final thoughts. In the early days of Bitcoin, the creator Satoshi Nakamoto, who we've mentioned before in the past a million times, referred to it as a time chain rather than a blockchain. And the term wallet also kind of had a different meaning, because remember, it only really holds keys. It doesn't actually hold any coins or anything. And so this highlights the importance of naming things and how that shapes its perception of it. Now, a time chain implies a more powerful technology than a simple blockchain. So if we're smart and brave, we can use this concept of a time chain to usher in a new era of direct democracy worldwide. But, you've got to be cautious, as remember, that same technology can be, misused for control and manipulation. Basically, use your own sword against you. But, and remember, governments are working on projects like CBDCs, which obviously, as everyone knows, poses a risk of like totalitarianism, but for now, we have a tool to fight back, and, we've got to use it. Now, my only personal exception to this rule is, governments do have to do some things in secret if we're protecting ourselves from foreign powers and stuff. Like England, we've got the Secret Service doing stuff, MI5, MI6, stuff like that, and fighting terrorism. There's got to be an element of secrecy there. Otherwise, the whole country's just an open book. But you can still have a level of transparency, at least a budget that goes to this secret place of, secret services and whatnot. But that's just my personal take. But I do advise you check the full article out online. And of course, I'll leave a link to it in the description below, because I have summed it up and dumbed it down. So it is worth checking out the full piece. But with that, do remember to click the like button, hit subscribe, and hit that bell button so you get notified as soon as we publish a video, so you can get on that straight away. And with that, I'm Josh from LatinStakePool, your presenter for AdaPulse for today. And I'll see you next time. Thank you.